What's happening, YouTube? What's happening, Facebook? What's happening to everybody out there, man? Good evening, good evening, good evening. You know what time it is. It's time for these reactions. It's interesting TikToks that left me puzzled. I was puzzled after watching some of these. I got some current events, got some shit to make you go, I got all kinds of stuff ready for us today and then store for us today. I want us to check it out and see what's going on in the world today. That's what I'm here to bring you, man. I'm bringing you here live right here, man. Hey, man, this shit is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Please read the beginning of the screen as my screen comes on and I play these videos. But no further ado, I need 500 subscriptions and I also need this video to give me a goddamn 1,000 likes. And I need the community to help me get to it so I know y'all gonna get me there. But without further ado, let me pull up these videos that I have in store for you. Yep. That is not my music in the background. If you hear it in the background, please do not give me the whoop-de whoop whoop on all situations. I'm going to go here. I'm going to scroll up here. I'm going to tap this one. We're going to open it up. And here we go. Here we go.
The Vatican is likely the most corrupt institution in our world. The Vatican is no stranger to murder, child trafficking, drug trafficking, sex exploitation, and cover-ups. Arguably one of the most famous basilicas in the world, underneath it lies a mass graveyard. So, located about 5 stories beneath the basilica is actually another temple dating back to the Roman Empire. That's over 2,000 years of dead bodies. If you're wondering if those bodies are of Christians or Catholics, they're not. It was actually used for pagans. And here are some of the mosaic tiles that they found beneath the Vatican in the temple that it's built on top of. So here's a quote from one of the popes. I believe that the church not only should apologize to the person who is gay, whom it has offended, but it has to apologize to the poor, to the exploited women, to children exploited for labor. It has to ask forgiveness for having blessed many weapons. That's a little ironic considering what the Vatican has done to make sure that it's always protected and people never expose them. This is Pope John Paul I, and he died 33 days after his election. Now, the conspiracy around his death is that he found out the Vatican was laundering mass amounts of money, and he was going to rectify the situation of getting rid of everybody in the Vatican that was corrupt. His plans were announced straight after he became the Pope, and he died 33 days later. In 2015, it was uncovered that 2 cases of child were found within the Vatican walls. And get this, not everybody involved was named, only a couple names, the blow for everybody else in the Vatican. And then the year before that, the government actually intercepted 3 deliveries directed to the Vatican, all containing drugs. Cocaine was found in condoms inside of these 3 deliveries that were intercepted. They were handed over to the Vatican in hopes that somebody within the walls would disclose who this was going to, but nobody came forward. This is St. Peter's obelisk, and not a lot of people know where it comes from. One of Rome's cruelest emperors, Caligula, actually stole this from one of Egypt's cities, Heliopolis. Stole it from Egypt and he transported it to Rome, and you know what he did with it? It was used to murder and execute Christians. They would round up every single Christian that they could find, chain them, bound them, bring them to the obelisk, and brutally murder them. Vatican books is called the Grand Grimoire or the Red. And this book is about black magic. it harnesses spells and rituals, but many believe this is the book that they use to summon the devil when they are selling their souls, kind of like the Book of the Illuminati. The conspiracies of the Vatican can go on and on and on. It's truly a never-ending cycle. One thing we do know, the people in the Vatican are evil and corrupt. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
We're gonna start off with a bang. Start off right with a bang. How many of y'all feel that the Vatican is hiding something? How many of y'all feel that the Vatican got anything to do with a lot of stuff that we don't know nothing about? First of all, if it's hidden and if it's underground and you got to be a select few to go read it, this must be something in there that's very interesting that they sure don't want to let us know. But again, that's why we watch these videos so we can determine for ourselves. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not here to make you think or make you change any way that you live in your life. You just go make sure that you go do the same thing that that young lady just got through doing. She went to go study that and she just shared what she studied. And that's simply what we're doing. This is for entertainment purposes only. But let's continue with these videos.
You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence of non-human intelligence on this planet.
Certainly. The Vatican archives, along with some of the most incredible texts and books and inventions that ever existed on this planet. And they siphon it away, and they're hoarding all of that wisdom and knowledge so that they can keep control and power and domination over the world. And guess what? It's working.
This is a shocking claim. The fact that the allegation that the Vatican might have known about non-human intelligence on Earth.
So I feel about that. Span it up in the
Within
chat.
the Maya and the Aztec,
we
there's
working
been
with something.
estimates
You
today
listen.
by some researchers who have studied that we've lost 90+% of everything ancient in terms of writings and artifacts and describing their story from that region. They literally stole or burned everything. Do you know where they are? They still exist.
Where?
The Vatican.
How do we know that?
Because there have been whistleblowers that have talked about what's down there. I'm not going to name any names. Let's just say the library has an entire collection of Maya, Aztec, Egyptian, as well as ancient Sumerian tablets. When archaeologists and researchers look into when they conquered that region and then when they brought everything back, they discussed how it went back to Spain first.
How do we know that it ended up at the Vatican?
Because the Vatican was the head of the Catholic Church. The Vatican is the powerhouse behind why they went and conquered the Americas, because Spain was an empire.
Spain was an empire. Something going on in that Vatican. Looks like we about to find out what's going on in that Vatican. Wow. So you just gonna do this right now. Do this then. You don't want to cooperate. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna play them regardless. Yeah. I'm gonna play it one way or the other. Back, I'm gonna go to the video. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Hold on, give me 1 second. Take this off too. Remove from the audio. And let me pick back up from the audio. See what happened.
Jamming to the beat, listen to the music. Whole time he just said something.
All right. Okay.
90
Yeah,
plus
y'all just
percent
bear
of
with me. I'm gonna get it together.
everything ancient in terms of writings and artifacts.
I'm gonna
We
start
do
right
know
here.
the people in the Vatican are evil and corrupt. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments
We was
below,
talking about the
and I'll see you
Vatican
in the next
before.
video.
I was rudely
Bye.
interrupted.
You're saying that the Catholic Church, the Vatican, they know about the existence of non-human intelligence on this planet.
Certainly. Beneath the Vatican archives, along with some of the most incredible texts and books and inventions that ever existed on this planet. And they siphon it away, and they're hoarding all of that wisdom and knowledge so that they can keep control and power and domination over the world. And guess what? It's working.
This is a shocking claim. The fact that the allegation that the Vatican might have known about non-human intelligence on Earth.
Non-human intelligence on Earth.
Within the
They
Maya
hide
and the
them secrets
Aztec,
in them books.
there's been estimates today by some researchers who have studied that we've lost 90+% of everything ancient in terms of writings and artifacts and describing their story from that region. They literally stole or burned everything. Do you know where they are? They still exist.
Where they at?
Where?
The Vatican.
How do we know that?
Because there have been whistleblowers that have talked about what's down there. I'm not going to name any names. Let's just say the library has an entire
Don't name
collection
no names.
of Maya,
Not here.
Aztec, Egyptian, as well as ancient Sumerian tablets. When archaeologists and researchers look into when they conquered that region and then when they brought everything back, they discussed how it went back to Spain first,
How do we know that it ended up at the Vatican?
because the Vatican was the head of the Catholic Church. The
How do we
Vatican
know?
is the
We don't
powerhouse behind why they went and conquered the Americas, because Spain was an empire.
That's why they did that. That's why the Vatican. That's how we know. Y'all pay attention. This just happened. I just watched this today. I don't know how much they show. Please don't give me trouble for the video. Just react.
Hi man, I'm Officer Lou.
At that moment, you know that's when you should have just left shit alone. Yep.
How are you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, back up! No! Oh, yeah! Back up, back up. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Hey, man, I got nothing to do. Please back up. Oh, yeah! Back up! Oh, back up! Back up! Back up! 531 Bravo.
Hey,
Single one. Shots fired.
What is your location?
322. Apartment 322.
Rick and Morty signs.
man, hey, that was a big graphic. That was a big graphic, man. Prayers on both sides of the family. This is what's happening. This is what's going on, man. And you got to be careful because a lot of people say what they would have done. I was watching other people comments on what they would have done, they should have done, what you expected that police officer to do. What did you expect that police officer to do? That is your life. You got to go home. And yes, clearly that person was under attack. He said, please, please. But hey, we know in other situations it don't go that way. Sometimes it go the other way. We don't like that way. But hey, man, now that just shows that there's an even playing field. Anywhere it go, anything is real. It's serious. Just for entertainment purposes only.
And
All
symbols.
right, everybody, this next one's coming straight from the heart, making the lyrics up right off the top of my head. Let me out, what you see is not the same person as me, my life's a lie, I'm not who you're looking at. Let me out, set me free, I'm really old, this isn't me, my real body's slowly dying in a vat. Is anybody listening? Can anyone understand? Stop looking at me like that and actually help me. Help me, help me, I'm gonna die. Tiny Rick! Thanks, everybody. This guy's amazing. I love Tiny Rick!
Alright, so in that clip I just showed y'all, it's basically symbolism to the real world on how they put artists under MK Ultra. And these artists put signs and hidden messages in their music and in their music videos to let whoever watching or listening know that they need help.
I cry out for help, do they listen?
People just listen because it got a nice flow or beat and don't understand the lyrics and what the artist is really trying to say. For example, an artist could say something that go against your whole religious belief, but you don't catch it because you just jam into the beat, listen to the music. The whole time he just said something gay as hell. Moral of the story is, pay attention to the music, pay attention to the TV shows, pay attention to everything because they put it right in front of you. They gotta expose the truth to you in some type of way or form. Youngboy just got released, pay attention to some of his new music he finna drop. Even his album he already dropped. And Youngboy not the only artist. Every artist do this. Just pay attention. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed this vid, make sure y'all like, share, and follow, and comment down below for more vids like this.
All I know is to add on to that, yes indeed, that's just the way it is. It flows just like the way that it is. It flows just like the way that it's showing. People are screaming out for help. People are screaming out for some type of something. You have the attention seekers, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that generally they get passed up and they got something that they're trying to get out their chest, and nobody has the time or day to hear them just because of an appearance. We got to also see why is that happening so often. You got to listen to it. They got to put the truth. The truth will make you free. The truth got to be put in plain sight. It wouldn't be the truth if it wasn't. That's why we found out it was a lie. If you go find out for yourself.
Post is still the gift that keeps on giving.
Pay attention to this map. There ain't too many words.
There's a lot here. It's about 5 years old now. There's still loads to look at.
Look at it. Look at this.
What? Nigga, so the whole time we was kids, that was the real world, nigga? So the real world was when we was kids. They showed it to you as a child. See, it's law of the universe. They gotta show us the truth, family. They got to. That's the law of the cosmic universe.
That's how we heard this.
They gotta tell you, these draconian reptilians, all right? I think we like to focus on human beings too much. They are not the ones in power here, family. They were manipulated too. They being used, but they not in power. Let's not forget who the true people are in power, which are your draconian reptilians, all right? Yes, extraterrestrials run the motherfucking planet. A race of them. It's a bloodline of them. It's actually they from the Draco star system. It's way more of them than that. You got a lot of different reptilians. They are a whole species, nigga. You got the Chitauri, all right? They got wings. You got the Alpha Draconians. They like 25 feet with wings. You got the Omegas, right? Right? You got the hybrids, which are little. They like about 3, 4, 5 feet, Yoda size, nigga. They run around, nigga.
This the shit
when
that
they
we'll
get
pass
deeper
up.
than that,
This
you
the
got
shit
the
that we'll bypass.
insectoid ones that look like
Don't even listen
insects.
to a nigga when he start talking like this.
Like when they showed you the movie Aliens, that's an actual species. The insectoids, that's an actual species. And they ass ugly as shit.
Why wouldn't it be?
But that's an actual species. And they can't fuck with you, so it ain't no reason to be scared of them. You are more powerful than them. That's what I was gonna tell you about the reptilians too. They some bitches. Nigga, they some bitches for real. They just look like that. And they run in droves and hives and shit. They ain't gonna try to fight you. They ain't gonna approach you one-on-one. Why do you think ain't too many of us ever seen a draconian reptilian in the flesh? Cause they bitches, nigga. For everybody from the streets who in here just learning, let me help them out. They some bitches, nigga. Alright? They look tough. They look scary as fuck. But they ain't about none of that life. They ain't trying to do this. See what I'm saying? We gonna get in there and do this, ain't we? Ain't we, nigga? Yeah. Nigga, hit me, cause I'm about to hit you, nigga. Fuck me up, I'm about to fuck you up, nigga. So, we gonna fuck each other up. That's us, ain't it? They ain't like that, y'all. Nigga, you know how y'all know they bitches? I'm be real with y'all, cause I war with them in the astral realms, nigga, and I keep this on in the physical realm when cause they'll try to jump me, nigga. You know, they like to send them little hybrids at you. They'll come at you deep too, nigga. Them hybrids be deep, nigga. They come at your ass 30 strong. Them little motherfuckers come at your ass. You feel me? And then the big ones, they try to use their size to intimidate you, but you bigger than them. Remember, only in this material realm for now is their physical avatar really bigger than yours. In your real form, you way bigger than them. They some bitches, nigga. Nigga, ask yourself this. If they was some gangsters, why you ain't never seen them, they real form in your physical self and they run everything? I'm still teaching y'all. I know y'all laughing, but I'm giving y'all insight on this shit. Because they look scary as fuck and I can't let y'all move off no fear. I gotta pull their card. You know how it is in the hood when you growing up, right? When a nigga try to act tough and you know he ain't about that. Like, why is he on the internet acting like he a fight when he know in real life he ran in every situation? You know you see him all the time. Or these niggas you went to high school with, like, now they be on the internet. Even grown, won't be 30, 40 talking shit on the internet. But in high school, motherfucker was putting your ass in the locker, motherfucker slapping you all upside your shit. You wouldn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't have changed that much. It's just social media, right? Okay, so it's the same thing with these draconian reptilians. They ain't changed. We've been warned with them since the beginning of eons, nigga. Eons. Energy cycles. That's why y'all gotta go watch Star Wars, because it tells you about this war between us and them. But in Star Wars, they called us the Sith. Darth Vader and them was on the Sith side. They called us the dark side of the Force in Star Wars, nigga. Why? Because we come from dark matter energy, nigga. Energy doesn't have a good or bad. You make it good or bad. So what the Jedi Knights represented in Star Wars, they had the green swords, Luke Skywalker. Although the Jedi Knights looked like they were stronger in the movie, couldn't none of them beat nobody from the dark side. You ever wondered why, nigga? And theirs was light and red. And green is the heart chakra, so it's within a chakra point, green vibrates higher. Red is the lowest vibration, right? So ask yourself, like, why did they do that?
This election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime.
Oh, I had to pause that before he say whatever he's supposed to say. This is gonna blow the whole top off the things. That's why I say it left me puzzled, especially what he was about to say. But that whole time that brother Shaw was talking, the shit that he was saying, you understand what I'm saying? The shit that won't reveal itself to us, but it poses a threat to us because that's who's controlling us, and we don't know who's controlling us. But they tell us the truth in a lot of things that we do every day, and we do not mind it. We don't pay it no attention because it's not what we look like. No, let me slow down. It's not what we want it to look like, and it's not what we want it to be. So therefore, we're not gonna pay no attention to it. But some people have a little interest. Some people have a little kick. Some people have a little imagination. Some people want to go find out, okay, is it more than what they just told me? Is it more than it meets the eye? That came from a cartoon, if you know. But more than meets the eye, if you know that it's something about something that you're hearing, that they're trying to tell you happened, and you're hearing it, and it's not quite settling well in your stomach. Only a select few. The rest of them, when they heard that, it instantly went to their hearts, and they wore it and engraved it in their soul. This is like the Bible says, when we read the word and when we read it, how it engraves in our chest, because we can spit out a Bible scripture to get us out of any trouble. We can spit out a Bible scripture to get anybody, if we trying to prove a point to somebody, just to let them know that we educated. We educated on a book that we don't even have no understanding of or how to use it, but we sitting up there quoting these scriptures, using that shit as some type of weapon or some type of device to gain some control. So you can't tell me that shit was initiated to control some people. Yes, because it is a controlling ass book. Once it gets in your possession and in the area and people are using it, it is controlling, because they're going to use stuff that's in there to tell you how to do or tell you how to respond or tell you how to do anything. And like I say, whatever I'm saying, I'm lying. This is for entertainment purposes only. I am just having fun. I am venting, getting things off my chest. This is what I do when I'm chilling in my own time. But y'all finish listening to what this video is not that long, but pay attention.
This is no ordinary election. This will be the last election. That's my prediction.
Oh! Not the last time I heard that.
Are y'all seeing what just happened at Yellowstone? Me and a few other accounts have been trying to warn you guys of a series of unfortunate events coming. Be back in 1 second.
Yeah, that don't sound friendly, do it?
So geysers at Yellowstone are acting very, very abnormal. I wonder why that could be. I'm sure it's a combination of a lot of things, like the Earth's inner core rotation has begun moving backward. They say these things because they know history repeats itself and we're about to see some stuff. I have a bunch of related information coming, but do y'all remember when I showed you my cat's eye literally showing an explosion in a smoke ring? Do you remember that? There was someone in the comments that was like, I bet you that's Yellowstone. It's obviously not just the night vision of the cat, because you can actually see an actual explosion and a smoke ring. It could not be any simpler than that. But people will trick themselves into thinking it's something else. Even weirder, this cat only has one eye, and having the one eye is a miracle because she should have been gone. Anyways, back to imminent destruction. In March and April, I told y'all a whole freaking lot about the 1811 eclipse that brought earthquakes from 1811 to 1812. Me and everyone else told you this will not happen instantly. And now we see governments getting ready for an 8.5 magnitude earthquake. But guess what else is on their page? They actually talk about the Madrid fault line earthquake in 1811 on this site. Very recently, we had 7 earthquakes in 8.5 hours in California, and 3 major earthquakes near the fault line, California. But I know you guys love shoving words in me and other people's mouths, so let's see what I actually said.
Just in case y'all watching any other entertainment, this is what's going on everywhere
when they
else.
had a total solar eclipse, and then 3 months later, for 4 months straight, they had massive earthquakes all around America. But the widely available illustrations we have of this 1811-1812 earthquake literally show things coming from the sky. That's weird. If you haven't by now, you'll eventually find that everything works in perfect patterns, numbers, letters, frequencies, things happening in the atmosphere. This map is really starting to look plausible, isn't it?
Plausible in 3 to 7 months. And this is going to be the least craziest video of today because I literally caught my personal self and my things in the Mandela effect. I found out my life was actually different than it was before I saw this notification. Timeline is changing. Don't miss it. Let me know what you think in the comments.
What you think in the comments below? Won't y'all put what you feel at the comments below, man? What is going on? If you see that stuff and that stuff is popping off and you standing somewhere and you thinking it's something normal, but it's not normal, you heard that scream, hey, come on, hey, help, get up, let's go, run. You heard that lady said, run. That was a frantic run. That was a, hey, nigga, you see me running, you better get out. I'm going. You already know if I see somebody running, I'm taking off running too. I ain't letting none of that dust water, whatever that was, smoke water. I don't know if that shit touched you. A piece of whatever it landed on was gonna be missing.
All right, so check it. I see a lot of people confused about this statement. Jesus is Lucifer. And if that makes you mad somehow, you are radicalized and don't even know it, and you fell for that psyop. Just take a second out your day and ask yourself, why are you angry? And I guarantee you can't find an answer. So I met some avid Bible readers that understands it and accepts the truth. They all proved to me within the book that it says Jesus is Lucifer. And of course, it's in riddle just like everything else because the whole thing is deception. I'm sure y'all ran to this information before but decided to ignore it. And I understand why, trust me. So I'm about to explain this from my perspective, simple as possible with some visuals, since I started my journey on a different path from the Bible. Listen to this, as if you don't know what the Bible is. So everybody in the book goes by different names while being the same spirit. For instance, Jesus' Hebrew name is Lucifer. His Sumerian name is Nanner, and his Egyptian name is Horus. Black hole we live in is also called the Eye of Horus. This is where the word horror comes from. We all know what that is, and we all know we're living right now. Also where the word hours come from, because it's a part of the creation of time. We literally live on a time clock. Anyway, Jesus is the Lord of this land. This is also where we get the word landlord from. Why do y'all think they're creating Lucifer race? He even put in all the hot sauce 19. Why do y'all think they always place Mercury in all the hot sauces throughout all these years? Knowing what it does to people. It's because Lucifer is the god of Mercury. It's the highest frequency planet ship of the underworld, which is one of the 7 RT planets that took over. This is why there are 7 races and 7 continents, because they all came and took a portion of our land. Here's a chart of the planets from the highest to the low frequency. And as y'all can see, Mercury is up top. This is why they worship him as God, when really he's the landlord. So here's a quick chart I made. So when we fell in frequency past Jesus into Lilith territory, this is what caused Jesus to die. It's like recently when we ascended past Lilith, which is the queen, she ended up dying. So this is why they say Jesus will appear from the sky, but he will set up his kingdom on the land. So basically during our lifetime, Lilith has been ruling the land, and Jesus has been ruling the skies. And the Elohim is still in the war with God in heaven. So they all get demoted to where they originally was, an exception of the Elohim because they originally was in heaven, but they're getting cast out of heaven, all of them. So this will lead the Elohim to rule the skies, Jesus to rule the land. Revelations 12:4 describes them being cast down here as a third of the stars, which is Lucifer's planet ship, which is considered a star, and the Elohim, which are in starships. In my previous video, this is what I was showing y'all, is literally showing it right here. Mercury, which is Lucifer, and the stars, they are heading straight towards Earth. So originally it was just positive and negative energy split in the middle. Since the war started, it created a black hole which allows positive and negative energies in the same place. Also imagine these as toroidal fields.
Do y'all think some of that was cap, or did you think that was helpful into everyday living? My solution from this is pieces of that is going to be cap for me, and a lot of the other stuff I can use and put on a car I've been working on. They've been missing some parts to be enhanced. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna go with that. This is for entertainment purposes only. But some of that stuff was a little bit, yeah, you're reaching, brother. You're reaching. Come back in a little bit. You there though. Yeah, that's how you supposed to do that. You use your discernment, because my eye might not be good like your eye, and I might miss something. So that's why I say it's discernment. Everybody got their own discernment. So everybody shouldn't agree on this. That's where I was going.
Jesus means Hail Zeus. That's actually the definition of the name, Hail Zeus.
The real history of Jesus revealed.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeshua, that's his actual name, which is not, it's not Jesus. Jesus is actually a name that didn't exist till more modern times. And the J didn't even exist as well. So it was really Isus. And Jesus means Hail Zeus. That's actually the definition of the name, Hail Zeus. Christians will adamantly deny that, but that's not, that the facts remain. That's exactly what it means, as they used to worship Zeus back in the day. And so anyway, that's besides the point. Jesus was born a virgin birth. Now his mother, Mary, is interestingly, her mother was also born of a virgin birth. Now, this is something that nobody ever talks about. Nobody ever teaches you this in Bible study. Nobody ever does this. Why? They don't want you to know. Number one. Number two, they don't even know half the time probably. If you go to the Apocrypha text, you discover that Mary's mother was a virgin birth. What is the real story of Jesus?
What is the real story? Are they going to tell us, or are we just going to stick with the story they told us, and we're going to keep on moving from there? Like I say, it's funny when you start reading upon something and you stumble upon something and you get interest on what you stumbled upon, and you find out what you stumbled upon. They told us something totally different than what you stumbled upon, and you trying to put the picture next to that picture and figure out if it's the same thing or if it's something totally different. If it's something totally different, that means you got to tear down everything that you was taught from wherever you was taught it from. Ooh-wee.
By law, your body, your physical body is a corporation. So when you die, you're a corpse, because when you're living, you're a corporation. Words and terms are based on maritime admiralty, the law of water. It's an extraordinary story about how governments rule the world. And unless you understand this, you're never going to figure out what's going on. Where do you find banks? You find banks on the side of a river. So what does a river bank do? It directs the flow of the current, because your current currency is the cash flow, the liquid asset. And so money goes through your hands like water. No, money is water. It's the flow. As much money as you print, you've got to take some back in to make it valuable. The tide goes out, it's got to come back in. Money goes out, money comes in.
Money goes out, money comes in. You know the game. You just got to know the definitions and the symbols. When I say tear it down and break it down, you got to tear it down and break it down, and then you got to start looking at symbols because there was no vocabulary. There was no words. We was not talking like we was talking. You got to go back to what they was doing and looking at. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can understand that. Then you can pinpoint what kind of, you can see what they dropped off, put in, plugged in. Y'all know where I'm trying to go with this. This is for entertainment purposes only. Not continue to flow like this, but we're going to continue to flow like this. See if I got any more.
All right, make sure that you super chewing your food properly. And how you know if you super chewing your food properly, you won't get bloating and you won't get gas. See that bad indigestion showing you that you just swallowing your food, you rushing through your food. All right. Another thing is you won't feel as full. Never eat to be full. Always leave a little space in that stomach for hunger because that actually initiate the spirit. That keep the spirit going because you need to be fed by flesh and you need to be fed by spirit. But if you all full off the flesh, there's no room for the spirit or who they call the Ruach HaKodesh to reside in you. That's why most spiritual people are always in a fasted state. Monks are in a fasted state. You see that? Whenever you look, anybody that is obtaining life, knowing oneself, and that wants to really stay connected to higher dimensions, they always in a fasted state. Super chewing your food helps you get there because you get faster, quicker, and you're not going to eat the whole plate. And never eat to be full. All right? Never eat to be full. All right, now let's go.
Can't tell us that in the household when we was growing up. Boy, you better eat till you get full. You need to be full. So you can go to school tomorrow and learn that bullshit that they're going to teach you at school and then come home and bring home a report card to make sure you mastered the shit that they taught you in school. Boy, I love the way that we grew up. I love the way that we grew up. Thank y'all for subscribing to the channel. I said subscribe because I need you to subscribe. I need 500 of you. And also, I want you to share and like this video. I come to you about 4-5 times a week just on some reaction videos alone. Current day, modern day, and we're going to dig, and whatever I'm on that day, that's what I'm going to share, and that's what we're going to go dive into. Sometimes it's going to be one video. Sometimes it'll be my video. Check me out on Sundays called Make It Make Sense at 3 p.m.-ish over there on the same platforms that's looking at me right now, 3 p.m.-ish on that. You know what I'm saying? Catch us on Grown Man Thursdays or Grown Man Mondays. You might catch us on a Wednesday wilding out. You might catch us on Tuesdays in the garage talking. Correct us if we are wrong, but that's the things that we do here on this platform, which is Galveston Podcast. Shout out to Big Galveston Podcast. Shout out to all those businesses out there that started from the mud and you out there getting it. Shout out to all the local businesses that Galveston Podcasting gave a look out and a shout out to. I'm doing the same thing as well. Everybody in the podcast game, big shouts out to y'all. Everybody that's thinking about doing it, don't think about doing it. Just go do it. You understand what I'm saying? You never know what's going to get out of your work will never go in vain. Your work will never go in vain, people. You'll get treated like a king if you know you're a king. And you'll get treated like a peasant if you act like a peasant. All I'm saying is knowing where you're going in the present. Because right now the past ain't shit. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. So don't even bring that shit up. Because that shit is gone. And if you try to relive that shit, you might as well live the shit that you're doing right now. And appreciate the shit that you're doing right now. Is it greater than the shit that you was doing? That's why you got to remember what the fuck you was doing to get back on track the way you was doing now. Or that's the track that you're supposed to be on anyway. I can do this shit for days, but I'm out. I'm done. I'm going to let y'all hear my music, and I'm out of here, baby. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, this is for entertainment purposes only. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. I'm going to get it together. Wow, we're going to have to remove this. Y'all just going to look at me, and I'm going to look at y'all. My team lost yesterday, y'all. Team lost to the Browns. And I know, before I get off here, I knew as soon as they said Jameis Winston was going to be the starting quarterback, you knew he was going to come out here and God was going to show out. if y'all missed it on a Sunday, if that's what y'all want to see, y'all want to see that salvation, that shield of salvation. Well, God dog and Jameis Winston had it, and God gave it to him because that boy showed his nigga ass against the team that was on the road, couldn't be beat, everybody scared of. And here they are, division rivals. Them niggas ain't scored 20 points in 20 years. They ain't had that many yards since that boy took aim and they paid that money for that quarterback. And then look here, he go out there and beat the brakes off my team. Shout out to you Cowboys fans out there too. Shout out to y'all too, because I know y'all feel just like me, but we got more wins than y'all do, and we got a chance to go to the playoffs. Y'all going straight there, right back to Arlington, nigga, to try this shit again. Maybe y'all can go pick up some, I don't know, man. Shit, get that shit together. My team get it together. And again, I'm going to find my song. I'm sorry to keep on going. I'm just saying. Jameis Winston, they put the goddamn, they put that shit on him, and he came through in the clutch. Beat my boy. I was
For me to know we here now, believe it, bro, cause I am on my shit. And you know it's true. Ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. You didn't see me, no. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop every scene I'm on, cause I am on my shit.
I'm on mine. They know why. She so shy. I'm so fly. The thought of it open up her eye. The grind in me, she say that's my guy. Pine cone fresh, she asks why. Fresh head to toe, baby girl, you'll be surprised. Boss status, we some wise guys. Super size, baby girl, you're small fry. Do something like that, I'm nothing like that. Whole Southside nigga, you boss, I'm back. The more you hate it just makes me laugh. Don't be mad at me, you need to be mad at yourself. Can't stand backstabbers, talk about you and laugh with you. Then they get mad at you when you learn how to deal with them. I'm a heart and I got no patience, ignorance and I'm not gonna take it. Tequila shot and I don't even taste it. Promethazine, expensive tasting. 6 and 8 and I stay betting. Bet the boy, you know I'm drinking. Get it, I'm the drink man. Purple like the Kool-Aid man. Patty cake, I got a baker's hand. Get rid of these grams as fast as I can. Roll it up, put one in the air, man.
Open after race, always at first, cause that's the place. Don't know what I'm on if that's the case, bitch. I am on my shit, and they see it though. What I got most for me to know, we here now, believe it, bro, cause I am on my shit. And you know it's true, ask your bitch, she know it too. Why you think she can up with the crew? I am on my shit. You didn't see me, no. Everybody always wanna see me flow. I show stop every scene I'm on, cause I am on my shit.